Hey, what's going on, everybody? So you guys know my name is Yusef Scott, and we are in our My Forex Journey series. Now, if you watch the first 9 parts, you guys will know that I took everything from the point of me first finding the financial markets all the way to the point where, I'm talking to you guys about my real estate experiences. We touched on bouncing back and forth on situations like my epiphany that I had along my journey. I touched on some setbacks I had in my own personal life on the financial end, from losing jobs, this, that, and the third. And then, of course, certain online vehicles and trading stocks that, opportunities that just didn't go well, that actually shaped me and molded me into the person that I am today. Now, I'm going to touch on a situation that I think each and every one of you can relate with. And just to let you guys know, along our journey, along our life, we're going to have situations, experiences that's going to help motivate us to keep pushing forward. Of course, there are going to be occurrences or situations that's going to maybe discourage you, but we're going to always have these situations where you're going to have these motivating factors, whether it's people, things, or even experiences that's going to push you to keep going forward. All right, so along my journey, and just to let you guys know, I think this is like 2008 or 9. Me and a young lady, we were purchasing a home together. Beautiful home. If I remember correctly, a couple years old. It had everything that we wanted in it. The funny thing about it is that at this time, I was just finding Forex. All right, I was just finding Forex, and it was one of these times where there was so much going on. I was cleaning up the mess from things that happened 5-6 years ago. I was making these adjustments in my life. I was changing my thinking, just a whole lot of stuff that was going on. So I'm creating a better person for myself, and I meet this young lady, fall in love. We purchase a home together. Looking back, there are things that I wish that I hadn't done, but we all have these experiences in life that you're just like, what, if I had known what I know now, I wouldn't have done it, whatever. But you guys know what I'm talking about. So in this situation with this young lady, I realized that after time went on, I couldn't be with this young lady. We were like oil and water in some ways. When I tell you guys about being motivated or someone not encouraging you to keep pushing forward, unfortunately, this young lady, she couldn't see the person that I had become. She couldn't see the person that I was becoming, I'll say, because I was on this path from the point when I lost everything, and here I am 5-6 years later. I was growing, and I was making these adjustments mentally, physically, outwardly. I was making all these adjustments, and she didn't see that. And there was a time when during this period of time, and like I said, I've had a lot of experiences, and during this period of time, I had an occurrence on a job. Okay, like I said, I had quit a job before, and here I am. I'm working, and I was racially profiled. I had a racial situation occur on a job, and unfortunately, I had to get lawyers involved, and it resulted in me leaving the company. So that situation, one, it motivated me to keep pushing. I said, you know what, this must be a sign that, if I did it before, here it is, I'm back in the same situation again. I need to keep pushing. I cannot have this going on. I need to keep something going for myself. And not that I didn't already know this, I had experiences that told me this, but this was just like another instance that's telling me, go after it. Like, just really go after it. So what had happened, I had this situation on the job. I actually left the company. and filed a suit or whatever. And of course, it took some time. I actually won, and unfortunately, she wasn't all too supportive. She looked at me as being someone who was like, I guess she pegged me as someone who was like a sit-at-home person, someone who didn't want much, and that was so far from who I was. She, very successful young lady, very successful, degrees, whatever. I took my hat off to her. But when it came time for me to for her to support me, there was no support there. At this time, I was building during the time that I had taken off, I was building another business, my marketing business. And I had a lot of clients building their websites, a whole lot of clients from around the area. So I had a lot of things going on the marketing side, website. It's just a lot of stuff going on, which was a good thing, because I was building my brand on the marketing side. And she didn't believe in that. And I would show her things like, baby, look at this. And she was like, I don't care about that. That's just whatever, And there were so many instances where she stripped me away of that encouragement. It was so discouraging that when I decided that it was over, I was relieved. It was a big weight off my chest, because I had so much stuff going on. Mind you, I had just found Forex. Now, I wasn't in a comfortable space in terms of being successful on the Forex side. But I found this new vehicle that I could make money. Didn't know that it was going to turn into what it is today. Had no idea. And the funny thing about that is when you fast forward, years later, I run into the same female. This is after everything is booming in Forex. Met some great people, made a name for myself. Now, this woman, she's working out in a gym that I was working out at. And it's funny how things happen. She may have seen me or saw me as being a certain person, but now things have changed. Things have changed, and I'm sure that she can see the difference, and of course the growth. And honestly, it's just one of them situations where it's like, wow, like you had me pegged as being a certain person, and you didn't support what it is that I was trying to work towards, what it is I was working towards, my vision. You didn't support that. Discouraging. And it's funny how if you continue to live and you continue to make certain decisions, things quickly change. It's funny. And now my perception of her, looking back, was altered, changed, and it's funny how life can be, when, like, I would never be discouraging like that to someone, and we have these people in our lives who are around us, blood, we have family who are not supportive. I'm going to share another situation with you guys. That's just one. I'm going to share another situation with you guys in another video. Just one, because you all need to know that we're all the same. There's no difference. The only difference between us is really the decisions that we make. That's the only difference. And we're all going to have, certain things happen to us along the way. But we're all the same. And if I allowed the woman that I loved at the time to control my mind, I wouldn't be here today. I would be probably, somewhere else doing whatever. But no, I stayed at it. And I didn't allow that situation to like keep me trapped. I realized, it's time for me to go because you're not the person for me. And sometimes, guys, even women, we're going to have people, our significant others, might not be supportive of us. Sometimes people they could see your ambition and be intimidated of that. You can have this great enthusiasm or ambition, confidence within yourself and what it is you believe in, and they will not believe in it. They could be jealous of you. And it's so unfair, and but it's real. I've heard, with having plenty of sisters, I've heard of guys. Some guys they don't always support women. They become, okay, if she gets this big, she'll be over top of me. That's so immature. You should do things together. It doesn't matter who pulls what. You're doing it together. Where this person is weak, you be stronger, and vice versa. So just logical talk right now. But this is an experience that I'm sure a lot of you have had people in your space that wasn't supportive. This would be mom, dad, your sister, brother, cousins, aunts, uncles, whoever. People who just wasn't supportive of you. And then when you stayed at it, and you notice the growth. You notice the growth. They don't have to notice, but you keep doing what you have to do. So, in another video, I'm gonna share some more experiences with you guys that help change the way I think, and just help me become an overall better person. All right. See you guys in the next video.